Bluntz, Coffee, and Tea, your cannabis-infused refuge. Coming through with news from the streets, behind the bars, and entertainment. It's nothing you heard before and everything you wanted. Join Loso and his friends as he stimulates your mind with crazy stories and unpopular opinions. It's like a talk show, except we curse a lot. Y'all ain't ready for a Loso podcast.
What's going on? What's going on out there, world? Got the 4th episode coming along. Just want to say, first and foremost, if you guys are still subscribing and still listening, thank you very much. And for all, the new listeners, I do appreciate you guys, staying around and just smoking with us. Today's episode going to be a little bit different. One more guy episode, one more. I promise, ladies, we'll get back to y'all. But this one is just as important to me as a snitching one. Because it's something that, I'm personally going through right now. And the topic of today is going to be deadbeat fathers. And we actually got a guest with us today. I'm going to introduce him. Let me just say this. How about you introduce yourself?
Oh, hi. What's the word, man? Everybody who listening, my name's Pat. I'm from Springfield.
All right. And
I'm in the building supporting my man Gio and his venture on this podcast.
All right. And we appreciate you coming here. And how long have you been out? Because you just came home, correct?
Yeah, I've been home for like 75 days or something.
Oh, so you fresh. Oh, all right, man. Well, welcome home, my nigga. Welcome home. How much time you did, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I ain't do shit. It was short.
All right, so you had a little light bid. I mean, every bid is a bid. You feel me? If you gotta do some time.
I did 25 months out of 30.
Oh no, that's a bid. You wasn't sitting in 90 days in county. You feel me? You had to eat that shitty food. You had to wait for your commissary. You had to hold the banger. Like
absolutely.
That's that's time. You may not. I don't judge time by who got 10 years, who got 2. If you did time, you was in prison, you experienced some shit. Because even if you was there for a year, that's more than enough time to experience some shit in there. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, let's get right into this topic. I don't know exactly how you guys wanted to start this conversation, but I'm gonna start it off by saying I was gone for about 10 years. My daughter was born right before I got locked up. You feel me? So I didn't get to be in my daughter's life the way I would want to. And now I grew up in the streets and everything, but I was that man that low key wanted, a house, a wife, that regular shit you see on TV. But my lifestyle and the way I was living, I couldn't do that. And, I wasn't really worrying about kids or anything like that. I was just wanted to fuck hoes, get money, this and that. I wound up being in a situation where I get this chick pregnant. Long story short, I get locked up. Now I come out, right? Now the first thing I want to do is what most men want to do. They want to see their kids when they come home, you feel me? And I was at first, and it's taking a lot for me to say, especially because I know my daughter might listen to this, but it was kind of tough for me. I'm going to be 100. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know, and they give you little pamphlets and shit for those situations like this, but you never really could prepare for before I went to jail, this girl couldn't even talk. Now I'm out and it's a whole fucking human being and it's talking to me, it's giving me a hug, and I freaked out. I freaked the fuck out because I was just like, yo, what am I supposed to do? How am I going to be a dad? And I got locked up again on some stupid shit. And, my daughter, I had to talk with her, and I'm like, yo, and this is some real shit. I'm letting you guys know right now. What I told my daughter was like, yo, I'm sorry you got a dad like me. Because I see how good my daughter is. I see how she good in school. And I was like, yo, you deserve a better dad. Not no nigga that keeps getting locked up or, that don't want to grow up and think he gonna be a street nigga for the rest of his life. You so good of a girl. You deserve better. As much shit as I always talked about and how I was going to be a better father than my father and this and that, I wound up doing worse. You feel me? And I see a lot of people pat themselves on their back, especially when I'm in jail. Niggas think they're dads of the years when they in jail. When really, what are you? How, to me, what what I see as a father and why I can never claim to be a good father, because I feel like our job is to teach. Our job is to protect. Our job is to be that stern hand. If you're not there to do any of them three things, can you call yourself a good dad still? I can't. I'm not gonna tell the next nigga what to do or how to talk or how to move. But for me, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't see myself as a good dad. I want to be a good father. Part of the reasons why I'm grinding as hard as I'm grinding is so my daughter could look at me and be like, damn, I could do it. If this nigga that just came out of jail was locked up twice, if he can bring himself back up, then I know whatever I'm going through, I know I can do it because I've seen my dad do it, and that's what I'm really working on right now. Like that's
Absolutely.
just, and that's me
You and
being
me
some
both.
real.
You and me both.
So like what do you consider yourself a good father or?
Absolutely. Like I said, but I consider myself a good father on the terms of just like what you just said. Like I said, it's unfortunate that you had to deal with that being locked up while your baby was a baby. So I'm saying most people who done been around a kid would be like, you missed the best years of their life, which is kind of true because it's them
Yeah.
small years where you teach them babies what you want them babies to know and how you feel as a father. Then like I said, it's up to them to go with that. I end up getting locked up after my kids were old enough to understand about being locked up, for a long term. So I'm saying I definitely consider myself a good father just off the strength, the teaching and protecting. That's major, especially when it comes from a father. Everybody look at a father like discipline. Hell no.
And
I got girls, so I want my daughters to understand.
yeah,
They sooner or later gonna be in a situation where they're gonna have to deal with boys.
yeah,
I don't want you to say. I don't want my kids to have to feel like I don't know, because your dad would crack one of them in their motherfucking ass. But to even reroute you, not even to have to go through that, I try to set down little morals and shit. And that's another reason why I told Giovanni about this little deadbeat father conversation, because, like I said, it could go two ways, man. I just said I had a conversation with a lot of couple, with a lot of different niggas in different stages in their kids' lives.
yeah.
I ain't even gonna hold you. And like I said, sometimes what people don't understand is parenting don't come with no manual. So like I
Mm-hmm.
said, you can't beat yourself up for all the mistakes that you make as a parent, because ain't no parent perfect. Some people get that shit off the rip. Some people will take a little bit more time.
Like for me personally, what I would tell my daughter is like I lived a very selfish life, and I didn't realize that until I got older how selfish I was. And so now knowing this stuff, I'm also like I'm a realist. I don't believe I just can't jump it back in my daughter's life after missing so much time. So what I've been slowly trying to do is slowly, get in there. I try to learn what she likes, or what she's into, and try to talk about that. I try to encourage as much as possible. Whatever she want to do. If she want to do gymnastics, I bet let's do it. And people pat me in the back and like, yo, that's some good dad shit. And I'm just like, I still like I can't. I'm like, cause I know better. I know that there's still a lot of work there. And like I respect men like you. Like I respect men that really we don't get enough credit for being around.
Absolutely.
You only hear about the motherfuckers that ain't there. But see what I think a lot of it is women have been abused for so long that they're not trying to hear shit. You get what I'm saying? Like they just want to take over. Like they're tired of our shit, and I get all that. But a lot of things is getting drowned out. Like the good men that stay around don't ever get praised. Like everybody just expects us to just be there. And I always tell women, a man's love is different from a woman's love. The way a mother's gonna love you is different than I'm gonna love you. My love, you gotta earn it.
That's
You
absolutely.
you didn't come out my dick. You get what I'm saying? You came out of her pussy. A mother's gonna have a different connection. What you are to me is my bloodline, and I expect you to be a certain way, and I expect you to move a certain way because you
Right.
look like
Represent
me.
us.
You
Right.
got my last name, so my love for
Absolutely.
you is different. I don't gotta be
Absolutely.
there 24/7 on your ass when you in danger, or when you feel like all you're back against the wall. That's when I'm supposed to be there. But I try to women want us to love kids the way they love it. And what they don't understand is that's not how our minds work. That's not how we move. Like a father's love is different. It's supposed to be different. You can tell a woman and a man that was raised with a father and one that wasn't. Especially if the father was good, or even if the father was bad, because a bad father will affect you too in a negative way. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely.
But what women have forgotten is just how important a man is. Like a man is fucking important. Like you learn certain shit from a real man that you just can't learn from a boy or a nigga. You just like somebody just fucking you and coming in and out the house. You get what I'm saying? You don't learn no values that way. A man is more.
You don't learn no values. I'm saying you don't better yourself. Like I said, women out here you're absolutely right as far as the credit, and that comes from a man with no dad. I mean, a man with no kids versus a man that is just a man that's just trying to live correctly in the world that we live in. A lot of shit just got downgraded and washed out and not talked about no more because of all the little dumb shit that go on in the world. Like I said, we understand what's going on in the world. I ain't trying to sugarcoat nobody heartbreak. Best to believe that I was in jail for my little bit, and I felt the little heartbreak. So trust me, I feel for all the women out there that be like, "Oh, but he did this and did that." Man, listen, these women is too. That's a big fact. And like I said, a lot of the deadbeat shit, a lot of the deadbeat feelings come from bitterness. It don't even come from actual a nigga not being shit. It just comes from a female being bitter. Something ain't go the way it's supposed to go in her eyes. And like I said, the world is too much high on listening to these women. Oh, my baby father's not shit. But what make him not shit? We got a system in the world that force us, even if we take care of our kids, which is called child support, that force you to pay money out your pocket, even if you're taking care of your kid, just because you're not under that same roof with that child, man. They feel like you should be a person that has to pay a certain amount of money, and that's called supporting your child. Financial ain't never been nothing that supported kids out here. You got kids out here that grow up rich as fuck, and then they have all these drug problems and commit suicide and don't know if they want to be a girl or a boy. So I'm saying the whole world is fucked up as far as when it comes to the support of a child. And like I said, our support, what we known for, us being men, we gonna give you that brute support that, it's gonna be all right type shit. But that's not what's good enough. But like I said, it's the emotional shit that's breaking these children, man. The future that we looking forward to with these young kids, some of the future we done seen, because I don't know about anybody else, but I know I'm 30. So these young 21, 18-year-old kids that we watching, all these emotionally stable, fucked up kids, little girls out here want to show their ass.
We did that though. That's our fault.
Never seen no bread. They ain't never seen no money out here in the world, but they want to play with guns.
You don't think that's not our fault though? Who they learn that from? Us. And who we learn it from?
But absolutely. But this is what I'm sitting here trying to say. After a while, it became to a point where after you ain't getting you're not getting no credit for building you up and you becoming somebody. So why would you want to be out here and try to be an example of trying to be that for somebody else?
Yeah.
When you ain't got the credit for doing it yourself. I know most niggas that I grew up with, niggas ain't make it to 30. We talk about my childhood friends, niggas who's my age. These niggas ain't make it to my age. I ain't spent 10 birthdays with a lot of niggas who I grew up with. And like I said, it's an all-in-one battle when it comes to this deadbeat shit. Like I said, most of these niggas who you talk about deadbeat, these is hood niggas. You can't get your weight. You can't go get no job. They be like, transferable skills and try to go do this. Man, trying to change on the drop of a dime is hard, especially when the baby come and the woman just try to throw all the pressure on the man. That's what created a deadbeat father. Everybody be like, oh, this, that, and the third. No. When it comes to raising a child, it take two motherfuckers to make that motherfucker.
And you know what gets me mad? And G, I want you to hear this. It's like, the thing that gets me mad the most is like, especially with Black and Puerto Rican women, they see one man make it and think we all can do it and not understand like this shit is really a raffle, especially for us as men. And like it's a raffle, and it's like the NBA. Some make it and some don't. And like, women don't understand the added pressure every day we have to go out there and get it. Because we don't talk about it the way they do. Like, see, they'll have whole talk shows. They got books on it. We just eat it. Especially if you Black and Puerto Rican, you're supposed to eat it. Because we got to be tough every day. If we show a little bit of emotion, now we a bitch. Or if we talk too much to the female, now she knows a little too much, and they start throwing it in our face. So what we do, we hold it, right? And we put it in. And then when we in that room by ourselves when nobody's around, what we do, we cry and shit. Cause we like, damn, I want to be a better father. Damn, I want to bring more money in. Damn, I want that car. Damn, I want this and shit. What she think? She think I like being a broke nigga? She think I like having to go out there and go get it how I gotta go get it? She think I like selling this drug? She think I want to be this motherfucker? What does she want from me? Why did you let me bust a nut in you? Why are you putting all the pressure on me like I put a gun in your head and told you take this fucking baby? My nigga, we in this shit together. We in it together. Now it's on me. Now, because I'm the man. And this is another thing a lot of ladies be telling us. Oh, well, you know, I got a job. I got this and that. Yeah, because now you have freedom. When men were just the provider, women did not work. I'm gonna keep saying this until women understand this. The stats is there. The history is there. There was a lot more jobs back then because women didn't work. Now women are in the work field, in working, and it's the same amount of jobs out there. They didn't make new jobs just for women. You get what I'm saying? They're doing the same jobs. They're now reporters. They're now working warehouses. Now, for every job a woman gets, a man does it. And in the United States, women outpopulate men 2-1. So you do the math. If you're a black or Hispanic person, right? And you do the math on how many women that outnumber you for the men that are already locked up or the men that are getting killed. And you think there's enough jobs for everybody? Do you think every man is going to have a job? It's unrealistic. You think every man you go to date is going to make more money than you? It's not realistic. In another 20 years, every woman will make more than every man in this country. So what's going to happen then? Are we still going to expect men to be the providers? They don't understand how much pressure that shit is when we got to hear that every day and we got to go out there and go get it. That's why a lot of us kill each other the way we do over pussy. Because pussy telling us we got to be a certain way. And we believe it because we in it. And this is shit niggas don't really like to say, but it's some real shit. Think about how many beats really started over some pussy. Think about how many times you went back out and did some dumb shit because your bitch kept calling you a bum nigga, making you feel like shit inside. Don't think my niggas that are in the streets right now listen to this shit that I wasn't there. Because I felt that shit a lot of times. And for them bitches that thought like that and wanted to be on my dick when they seen me shining, you know what I told them? Get the fuck out of my face.
Absolutely.
Get the fuck out of my face. I was a bum nigga, remember that, right? But we don't talk about how many bum bitches is on there. A lot of these bitches wouldn't know what to do without SSI or Section 8. But you go laugh at me because I don't got a home. My nigga, you can get a home. I got drug charges. I can't get no real money. I can't get no real assistance from the government. I came home in my jail sneakers, and the first thing I had to do was go get it. Whether it was in a temp agency, whether it was whatever. Don't tell me a bitch went through that shit. When they could go to a shelter and have a nice little apartment room and wait there and shit. Now women have their own, adversities they gotta go through. There's no doubt about that. And I don't want no woman to think that I'm belittling what they go through. Because I'm far from it. What I'm trying to make y'all ladies understand is what we really go through inside that we don't want to tell you. That every man that's listening to this shit right now shaking his head like, yeah, keep letting these hoes know and everything. That pain, y'all don't know, man. You don't understand how I want to be a man for you. I want to be a man for you. I want to be a man for my daughter and everything. And when I got laid off, I felt like shit, my nigga. Why I felt like shit? Because I felt less like a man. Because now I got to go home and I got to hear this woman talk shit. Now I got to hear the kids talk shit. That shit literally drives a man insane.
Ain't no bullshit. Or hearing about bills that you can't help pay.
And so what? So most weak men, what they do? They go find another bitch. One that's going to make them feel better for the night, or they just leave the girl completely. And it's just like, cheating it is what it is. There's no real excuse. But not every man cheats just because they want to bust a nut. Sometimes just the pressure and you just want to be away from your bitch. And another bitch is not in your ear talking down to you. That shit puts you on a whole different high. And so, y'all ladies don't want to hear this shit, but that's the reality of it. It's just like, I'm a guy. I come in a situation, you already got kids and your kid's bad as hell. And you expect me to like just deal with it and everything. And now I'm supposed to be renting dad on top of that. Now I gotta watch the kids. And a lot of you females, y'all act like y'all don't do this, but y'all all do it for the most part, one way or another. Especially when you get really cool with the man and you in love with him, and especially you got a deadbeat baby dad. Now you want this nigga to be a replacement. Guess what? Now it's added pressure, cause now I gotta worry about my kid, and now I gotta worry about your motherfucking kid on top of that and shit. And I'm supposed to be cool every day. I'm supposed to not want to smoke weed every day. I'm not supposed to have anxiety or want to drink every day. Are you kidding me? That shit hurts. And maybe I'm the only one that has the balls to admit it. But I will, if I have to speak, for every man, I will. But I know I'm not the only man that thinks like this.
Nah, definitely not, nigga. That's a fact.
And I'm telling you, when I'm not embarrassed to say I've sat on the floor in tears, ready to do myself in, because I was so disgusted of my own self that I felt like such a failure, my nigga. That I'm like, damn, why can't I just get out from the mud? I seen lesser niggas do it. Stupid niggas is doing it. And I'm here living off this bitch, moving off, munching off this bitch. This bitch could kick me out the next day. I wouldn't know what the fuck to do. And I was like, and I never been that low before. And I was ready to just be like, you know what, fuck this shit. But I overcame that. And it's really what was doing that because I was laying her in my head. And because I just kept telling myself, oh, his call dropped, but we'll get him back in. But I would really have to like really force myself to get out of that mode. And I know a lot of it is because a lot of it was because I'm pressured. I just felt too pressured. And that shit hurts, bro. You get what I'm saying, G?
Yeah, I understand. This you man G right here speaking, man. And I gotta say something right here. Lee, I really gotta say that if you got a good baby daddy and he's willing to do his thing and be with the kids, let him do his job. Don't be running away or ditching his calls or whatever just because he want to do his job. He really want to be with the kids. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of y'all women out there doing this right now, and that just have to stop, man. And some of the women out there are doing their thing. They're letting them, the baby daddies see their kids and doing their thing. But like right now, I'm going through something right now that I don't really want to get into it. But yeah.
Nah, don't get yourself convicted.
Nah, but I do. I mean, like, I miss my kids and I really want to be with them, and
that's real shit.
And it hurts. You know what I'm saying? It really hurts. But yeah, let me see if we could get Pat back.
Yeah, do that. I'm gonna keep talking to the audience and everything because I'm really into this subject right now. Like I'm really feeling it. Like I really think like a lot of men are gonna listen to this and they gonna feel it. Women are gonna feel it, and I don't like. This ain't about bashing women. Like just like how women have their talk shows and they talk. Like this is what we doing. Like we just really this is really for women. If I'm gonna keep it a buck, like I really want women to really hear this because men we don't really say it. Men don't really say it, and it's not that we're afraid to say it. It's just like for what? Y'all gonna hear us? Maybe give us a hug and then forget about it, and we still gotta deal with it, right? So what's the point for the way a man thinks? What's the point of ever even mentioning it? Because it's just gonna be forgotten. It's a different type of pain. It's a different type of pain of always feeling pressure. Like always, like I literally feel like my brain is being pressed on, cause it's just like, and sometimes it's not even y'all, cause sometimes it's not even a woman. Sometimes you're not even saying nothing, but the fact that we see you struggling, and we want to help you, like we really want to help. Like damn, man, like y'all think we're not all demons. We're not all cold-hearted. The way the world is right now and the way men are moving, yes, is different than how men were moving back then. But deep down inside, when I tell you, ladies, there's a lot of men that want to be good, and it really just a lot of women just fuck it up, just like how G just finished saying. Like I know plenty of baby moms that don't let their baby dad see their kids for what. I can see if he was a monster or he did some fucked up shit. But if you're just mad because he cheated on you or made your life a living hell, that's not a good reason to make that man a deadbeat dad. Because you do a kind of damage you can't replace. Because as much as y'all think y'all can be both the mom and dad, you can't. You could just only be a better mom. But you can never be a dad. If my baby mom died right now and I had to take care of my daughter, I can't be a better mom than what she was. All I can do is try to be a better dad. But I can't replace the mom. So why do women think they can replace the man? That's why you got these bitch niggas now. Just think about it. Look how little boys are dressed right now. Think about it. And listen, if you're gay, you're gay. I don't care about none of that. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say is boys are having more and more female tendencies. Why? Because there's no man there. So you just naturally go do more and more female type shit and not even know you're doing it. Because, you know, how can somebody without a dick teach you how to use one? That's what I'm trying to say. They can't. I can't teach a woman how to use a pussy. I can't teach my daughter how to do that. I can't. That's just some real shit. Whether y'all want to hear it or not, I can't. So therefore, there's certain limitations. And so when you make somebody a deadbeat dad because you and your feelings, that just makes you a special kind of person. And let me flip it around for the fellas. If you're just trying to be around because you want the pussy again, then you another type of piece of shit too. Because I know some dudes like that think that, you know, they purposely, you know, get a chick pregnant and think like that woman's her slave for the rest of his life. And I just, you know how many times, G, I fought baby dads that really thought that chick was, the chick I was dating was their property still. Like on some on some weird shit, you know, like, yo, my nigga, like, that's it. The relationship been done. She fucking somebody else. Get over it. It happens. Like, those type of dudes, they're toxic, they're dangerous, and like, that's one thing. But somebody that just genuinely wants to see their kids, and you cock blocking it because you're in your feelings, that's just stupid. To me, that's child abuse, to be honest. That's child abuse. Because you taking somebody's, you know, parent away. You understand you doing that? And I know some bitches, I don't give a fuck. He a deadbeat. Da, 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 da. I already know what you're doing. You're in the kitchen right now, or you on the sofa, you know, chicken necking, saying you don't give a fuck. I'm not letting you know, I don't give a fuck about you either. Just know that your kids are the ones that's really going to pay for it. So you cannot give a fuck. I know, we know you don't give a fuck. Because if you did, you let the man see the kids and shit. So I already know you don't give a fuck. So this ain't for you. But for the women that have common sense, or the women that I can reach to, man, just let the man see the kid. Get the feelings out of it. Let the kid see that he's a piece of shit. If he's really a piece of shit, the kid will see it. You don't gotta do it. But like, you know, give a man a chance, man. Give a man a chance. Y'all get into other relationships. Some of y'all, and y'all want that nigga to be the dad. and start that's a whole other situation. But like, nah, I always say any woman that I'm dating that got kids and got a baby father and starts talking shit, the first thing I do, and any woman that's listening that I dated is listening to this, y'all know I'm not bullshitting. The first thing I say is, I don't want to hear about that nigga. First thing I say, I don't want to hear about that nigga. I don't want to hear about it, not because I'm jealous, but because you're not about to make me hate that man. I don't know the story. Right. 100. Any chick that knows me know I play like that. I'll tell you straight up. I'm not going to take your word for it. We just started cool. What do you think? I'm going to just believe you and stroke your ego just to get the pussy? I'm going to tell you straight up. I don't know you. I don't know. You may be the reason why he ain't around and shit. Right. I don't want to hear it.
You might be the issue.
Yeah. And so I don't need to hear it. Because you only going to tell me your side. Unless you go be a real bitch and say, nah, I don't fuck with him no more. I don't need him. I don't want him in the life. If you go be a real bitch and tell me some shit like that, I'm going to listen to it. But if you go just badmouth him and try to get me to hate him, I'm telling you right now, I'm not. I don't care. Because I just don't care. I'm here to fuck you. That's it. I'm not here to be your kid's dad or be the replacement. I'm here to fuck you. Something else happens. That's him? Oh, no. Something else happens in between, and I get to, I learn to get to love the kids. That's natural, but I tell people all the time that don't go out and expecting me to be somebody's father when I'm not even being a father to my own. And that's some real shit. Like, I always felt like I gotta be a father for my kids first, before I try to be a father for anybody else's kid. Ain't none I hate a duck ass nigga that will take care of somebody else's kid and won't take care of their own. At least I tell you, I'm not taking care of yours either, because I don't even take care of mine. So why the fuck am I gonna take care of ones that don't come out my balls? You get what I'm saying? Fuck them kids.
So for that people that is wondering what happened with Pat probation officer called them, so you had to hang up and deal with that real fast.
Yeah, that's some real shit. That's mandatory. You hang up, everything.
I don't want to leave y'all clueless.
Yeah, we'll get Pat back, because
he's doing that right now.
I really enjoyed this conversation, and I really enjoyed the fact that he is a good dad. I look up to those type of people. Like, I keep it 100. If I feel like you're a really good father, I look up to you. Like, I tell all my cousins all the time that are good dads. I be like, yo, that's some dope shit. I respect a man. Because let me tell you something, these tattoos, the way I talk, the way I act, I don't like that shit. You think I really like being like this? Nah, I'm just a product of the bullshit I went through all my life. What I really like is seeing that dad. The one you see at the supermarket, he's with the kids. He look angry, but he look happy at the same time. I want that, my nigga. When I say Gio, I really want that, bro. Or like, if I'm being honest with you, I want that one day.
And being a good dad ain't hard. It's not hard at all. It's just fun. You get your hair done, all that with the girls. It's a good experience. You just gotta be there, man.
Yeah, I mean, that my favorite time was when I got to hang out with my daughter, and like, cause dads are the fun parent. We always going to be the fun parent, because we kids ourselves, so we want to do all the fun shit. And it's like I laugh about that shit all the time. I was like, I remember when I used to be with my baby mom and my daughter and shit. And I'm always playing around, and we broke something in the crib and shit. But it's my big ass running around like a little ass kid with my daughter and shit. And my baby mom just shaking her head. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You a whole grown ass man. But the kids love it. But that's the dad right there. Like, that's what dad's for. Like, me and my dad, we ain't talk a lot, right? But I still remember, like, how this nigga used to, remember the old Street Fighter game?
No, yeah.
And I remember this nigga used to be so into it, right? And this nigga, and he wouldn't let me win. This motherfucker would beat me. And that's why, to this day, and I would never admit it to this man, because I don't like talking about this man. But to this day, I even do it to my own daughter. Like we'll play video games, and I don't let her win. Like, I just destroy her. And, like, she gets so mad. And I'm like, whatever, you gotta learn to lose. I had to learn to lose. Nobody let me win. Yes. Nobody let me win. I was like, mind you, I'm a whole 8 years old and shit. This nigga know fireballs, how to do fireballs and shit. He don't want to teach me. He's like, figure it out yourself. I'm like, damn, my nigga. This nigga an asshole. You don't want to show me nothing. Yeah. And so I do that to my daughter. I'm like, yo, no, figure it out. And you start to realize that's a man. Little shit like that you need a man for. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Because only a man will do something like that. And you learn a lesson. It's just like, all right, I got to do this shit myself. Mm-hmm. It's like, who better to teach you how to ride a bike? A father or a mother? Your father. Why? That nigga gonna let you fall.
It's like, he gonna get up.
Yeah, exactly. You gonna be like, yo, he gonna get up. It's like, that's it. That's how you think as a dad. Like, we see a cut on a kid's arm, and we're like, whatever. Right. Yeah, let him go back out. A woman is like, oh my God, right, I think he might need stitches. Nah, it's good. Just stop overreacting. You want to go back outside? Let him go back outside. It's shit. Like, you need that. You need that balance. Women need to understand that. You need that balance. You can't all be one thing. It doesn't work out. Now, do kids with single moms, are they successful kids? Yeah. Not every kid becomes a piece of shit. Like, I met plenty of kids that grew up with just a mom and became great. All I'm saying is, why lessen a kid's chance to succeed? Because when you take a father out of the picture, it doesn't mean that kid is doomed. but now you just shorten the percentage of a chance that he has. And like I like to gamble and I do a little bit of stocks and everything's about chance, percentage, watching everything. So every little bit counts. So you can't afford to lose a certain percentage, is what I'm saying. So when you make somebody a deadbeat dad, that shit affects more the kid than it does the man. Because we just want to be there because that's just our kid. We don't gotta be there though. Like I'm just gonna keep it 100. It'll hurt us, but we don't lose sleep in the grand scheme of things. We don't lose sleep saying, "Damn, I'm not with my kids." When a man wants to be there, it's because he wants to be there. It's in his heart that he wants to be there. And so I think women take that shit for granted. Like women really don't understand a man's mind and how like something that's putting in that extra effort to be with the kid is because that man really feels that shit in his heart. Because if he didn't, he won't lose sleep. He just won't. It's like it is what it is. Whatever. Let the next nigga take care of him. That's how a lot of niggas think. Like
they'll come back to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, like she's got my kid. I can always come back to this shit. Like y'all let that shit go on though, because y'all could easily say no. The thing that makes me mad is you can't say somebody's a deadbeat dad. You can't say your baby dad a deadbeat dad if you got more than one kid with him. Because you got more than one kid with this nigga. Then what that makes you? That makes you an idiot. I'm telling you right now, it makes you a fucking idiot. Like, you're an idiot. And every time I hear a woman say that, and I see you got 3 kids with that nigga, you're a fucking idiot. Because why are you bad-mouthing that man? Now, I'm not saying all women are idiots. I'm saying the ones that keep bad-mouthing, that go on social media, that do all this extra shit. My nigga, you let him bust 3 nuts in you. Not 1, not 2, but 3. You feel me? After you have 1 kid with that motherfucker, and I hear the woman excuse, "Oh, he wasn't like that with the first kid." Y'all be so full of shit. Cause I'm telling you right now, we don't change. Jill, do you change? Do you change? I don't change. Like, so, like, I have 1 kid and I'm the greatest man in the world. And after the second one, I'm tired of your shit. Nah, it don't work like that with men. I know y'all think like that. It doesn't work like that with men. I was a piece of shit from day 1. It just took you too long. It took you 2 kids to figure this shit out. But I was a piece of shit since day 1. So don't like when women say that shit, like I really laugh, my nigga, because I'm just like, yo, you're a fucking idiot. You just letting me know how stupid. You letting every other men know how stupid you are. Y'all don't realize how much we laugh at y'all when we amongst ourselves and we talking about this shit. Like, look at this dumb bitch. She over here talking mad shit about this nigga. And you see that all these kids look exactly the same. I seen this one chick on social media, right? She had 6 kids by this one dude, right? Every day she talks shit about him being a deadbeat dad. And so I don't know this chick, but you know me, I'm a troll. So I'm just like,
Then again, she picked them.
I'm like, let me, are all your kids by the same dude? And she's like, yeah. So you a dumb bitch because you over here talking all this shit. I see why you mad. You let this nigga nut in you 6 times and give you 6 babies. So you really mad at yourself because you should have. Yeah, she said I'm a piece of shit and I don't know what I'm talking about. I like, you know how people get. They get real mad real quick. If you don't agree with, and she was a bad chick. So you know how bad chicks are. When there's one dude that don't agree with them and shit and everybody else is dick riding them, they start to gun that one dude. So she did that with me. And she just started gunning on me and shit. Bald-headed motherfucker. I'm like, damn. I'm like, why you think all that stuff hurts me? You think you're the first person to ever call me that and shit? Like, none of that shit bother me. I was like, you just mad that I told you some real shit. You look like a dumb bitch to me. You just really do. 6 kids? 6 kids. You didn't figure it out. The first kid you're supposed to figure it out, ladies. You make a mistake one time, I will excuse it. I'm being real. I will excuse it. Everybody makes mistakes. You make a mistake twice, I'm gonna look at you like, huh? You know what I'm saying? 3 times, now you're just an idiot. And this is only for the women that just blast men about their men being deadbeat. It's not for all women that go through it. I gotta say this again, because y'all like to mix words and shit and get shit misconstrued. I don't want nobody in my messages like, yo, motherfucker, like, I got 3 kids. No, what I'm saying is, if you're on social media every day, if you're always talking shit about how that nigga is deadbeat, what that make you? If you got more than 1 kid, what that make you? That make you a deadbeat in my eyes too.
Man, and stop putting your business on social media. I hate that.
Everybody's doing that, lady. It's
I
just
hate that.
everybody like yo, like nobody needs to know you're dead while your deadbeat dad. What do you want people to do? Shoot them? Like, what do you want people to do? I don't give a fuck. You know, some people. I think people use Facebook like a journal too much.
Yeah.
And Facebook is not a journal. Get a real fucking journal. Like, get a real fucking journal. I post shit all the time. And sometimes I'll post shit like, you know, about thanking, you know, my listeners. Or I'll post shit like, you know, I try to do some uplifting shit, like some quotes and stuff. I don't sit there and talk about my relationship, how shitty it's been getting, or how my baby mom ain't shit, or this and that, or baby dad ain't shit. Like, y'all get to the, like, everybody wants somebody to feel sorry for them lately, my nigga. Like, I really feel like that. I really feel like people just want, oh, me too.
Yeah, everybody want everybody to feel pity for them.
You know how you got that, it's like that one nigga in the hood that every time you got a story, they got a better story than you. Like, you say you like, oh, I was out here getting this money. Nigga would be like, oh, I was out here getting this money in Miami and I have 3 bitches. You know, you always got that one dude in the hood. Y'all know what I'm talking about and shit. So now magnify that dude by 1 billion people. And that's what Facebook turned into. All this fake shit. You feel me? Like, everybody feels sorry for everybody else. Look at me. Feel sorry for me. Look at all these pictures. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. They're like, damn. Yo, you alright?
Look what I'm eating today. Look what I'm eating now. Looking like, damn.
I mean, that shit just, you know, we don't get it because we street dudes. But it's just, this is the era of attention whore. Just think about it. I started a podcast for attention because I want clout. I want clout because clout makes you money. But here's the problem. There's people that trying to get clout for money and people that just get clout just because they have a low self-esteem. And so they pick on other people or they downgrade other people, whether it be their baby mom or their baby dad. And it's just like, it don't work like that. Like, there's 2 sides to every story. And when I tell my daughter, when I do talk to her about like men, I'm just like, yo, just don't be an idiot. Just don't be an idiot. Don't believe all guys' lies and, you know, because especially when we're young, we'll say whatever we got to get to the box. I have proposed to chicks just so I can get some pussy. I'm being real. I have proposed to women just to get some pussy. Men will say anything. The whole mission, you don't understand. That shit is in our brain 24/7. Sex. Whether it's because of commercials, whether it's just natural. Like yeah, we're just wired. So therefore, we get into that shit is just annoying. You're constantly thinking about that. So I tell my daughter, you can't believe anything a guy says, especially at that age. And I was like, because they go to tell you whatever it takes to have sex with you, because that's the main goal. Why? We don't even know. We just have to bust that nut. We just feel better afterwards. We feel clear. The mind just feels clearer. You know, I felt like all that energy is rushed. Like, it just sucks when being too masculine or just being too manly sometimes is really a bad thing. It's like, you know, most men don't want to be men or have these things that go on in our brain. We just, like I said, we don't talk about it to y'all how y'all want us to talk about it. But there's so many constant struggles there. But to stay on topic, what we're talking about now, when it comes to this deadbeat shit, it's 2 sides to every story. And I'm not here to defend the shitty dads. Speaking from a guy who considers himself a shitty dad, who's going on a podcast, who already knows what we got. So close to almost 600 listeners in the 3rd episode. And so I'm telling all these people that I'm a deadbeat dad. That's the type of motherfucker you're dealing with right here. I'm just real.
Nah, you're just being real.
I will consider myself a father the day my daughter graduates from college and I was there and I watched her and I can help her any way I can for she can get her first car. If I could do something like that, then I could start saying to myself, okay, now you get into the dad mode. Maybe if I have another kid, I'll get it right. I'm sure I will. But I got a lot to do, my nigga. When I say I have a lot to do to earn this girl's trust again, I have to. But I'm not one of these guys that pat themselves on the back. And like I said earlier, like I seen him even in jail. Nigga think he sends a couple of cards, think he calls, and thinks he a dad. No, your kid needs you.
Right.
Your kid needs you. And if you want to be a dad, then leave the street shit alone the best way you can. I know some people can't. Some people just can't. I get it. But y'all know who I'm talking about. The ones that really don't need to be out there, and you got a kid, go be a dad. What are you waiting for? You know you didn't have a dad in your life. That's the shit that kills me about Black and Puerto Rican people. You didn't have a dad in your life. Why the fuck are you going around and making somebody else not have a dad?
Yeah, that's some real shit.
Why? Because you don't like that bitch? Fuck that bitch. Oh, you don't want to hear her nagging? What female ain't gonna nag on you? That's just what we gotta deal with, man.
Right.
Grow some balls and just, go see the kid. Go take care of the kid. Don't just do it just so you can get some pussy. Or you think you gonna get some pussy.
Yep.
And don't fucking take care of nobody else's kid before your own, my nigga. I'm not saying you can't be a stepdad to somebody. But nothing irks me more. Nothing hurts me more. Is when I see dudes do that. I'm like, yo, bro. Like, and a lot of y'all do it. A lot of y'all. Don't even front. A lot of y'all do it. And I know why y'all do it. Because you think it's going to keep getting what you want from her. Because it's not just pussy. Whether it's weed money or whatever else. Whatever else. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Whatever else y'all want to do. So you put up this whole facade and you take them to Chuck E. Cheese or you take them to the park or you watch her while she go to work and shit. You doing all this shit, right? And when it comes time for your own kid's birthday, and when it comes time to watch your own kid, you don't want to do it. Cause why? Cause you ain't fucking your baby mom. So you don't want to do it. That's that corny shit. Y'all know who y'all are. A lot of y'all like that. I was like that at one point. I keep it a buck. So I know what I'm talking about.
That's crazy, but that's real shit, man. That's sad.
That shit is sad, bro. And we did it to ourselves. Who we gonna blame? The white man for that? Mm-hmm. We gonna blame the white man for me deciding I hate this bitch, and so therefore I don't want to be around her. So therefore I'm not gonna be around my kids either.
Right.
I could blame the white man for a lot of things, but certain shit like that, nah, that's us all day as men, and we don't got nobody to blame but ourselves when we get the repercussions that we get, child support, this and that. Like, some men deserve to be put on child support. Other men, it's corny how women use that, to do whatever advances they want to have. It's just corny. But it should be crazy. Like, I see people on Facebook showing all this cash and the kid don't got no money. You asking for a PlayStation 5. Your kid old enough for a PlayStation 5. You asking your shorty for a PlayStation 5 instead of giving your kid a PlayStation 5. And some of these bitches will go get their man a PlayStation 5 over. Yo, it's just fucking crazy, my nigga.
Word up.
Y'all know who y'all are. Some of y'all on my friends list right now. And shit. Like, had your shorty get you a PlayStation 5. And your kid still walking around with a PlayStation 3 that's half fucked up. And got that stupid ass case. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put that nigga out there. Still got that old school Marvel case on top of the old PlayStation 3. You know what I'm talking about? And you over here showing off a PlayStation 5. And that kid 13 years old. My nigga, you should have gave that PlayStation 5 to that kid. Especially if I had a son or my daughter was into that shit, I'm gonna give it to her. Like, here you go. If she wanted it that bad, I'm not gonna have it over you. And I'm not even a good dad. But I know better than that. But niggas is so selfish. Yo, men don't realize how selfish they are. And then when somebody tell you about yourself, you get mad and shit. But yo, this selfish motherfuckers. And some women just egg it on. Like, they encourage it. And it's just, and that shit is more crazy. Yeah. They like having another baby, yo. I feel like women feel like they got to baby us too much sometimes. And they like that shit. They like having to nurture us, and they think they gotta mold us. Like, oh, look at, he don't know better. Bitch, I know better. You don't give me a chance to know better. Like, right away you want to jump on my shit. Like, this shit is just crazy. And I know Yo, I know when ladies go to hear this, they go like, this motherfucker, the nerve of him. But it's all love. Like, I just want y'all to know it's all love. And I know that there are a lot of women out there in the struggle that deal with deadbeat dads that don't say nothing. And I just want to say my hat's off to you. I salute you that you have to hold it down on your own and everything. But that's life. All you can do is learn from it and not let the next nigga bust a nut in you and cause that same situation.
Right.
Y'all gotta stop blaming us to a certain point. If you keep letting niggas do the same shit over and over again, whose fault really is it? Is it our fault or is it yours? If you keep letting the same thing happen to you, is it my fault or is it yours? Cause I'll say this, like, a lot of this shit could stop if women just make it stop. You know, the only reason we are the way we are is because what women are attracted to. Jail, what women are attracted to?
Gangsta niggas.
Look at that. Look at that.
Tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga know how to match, wear the shit, guns. You know, street niggas.
That's what y'all like. And it's not just black and Spanish people, because throughout history, because I like, you know, when I was in jail, I read a lot of history books. That's why I sound like I think I know everything. I don't. Just read a lot of books while I was in jail on different topics. But one of the things I learned throughout history is like women always liked the bad boy. It's just not like a black or Spanish thing. Like, you know, you look at cultures, even in Vikings. If you ever seen the show Vikings, who was the coolest guy? The bad guy, or the one that was considered the bad boy, the one that was breaking the rules. It's always been instilled for women to like that. Why? Because women feel safer around being with those guys. Because they have the mentality, if you can't beat them, join them. I'd rather him be fucking me than be the one against me. That's what y'all really be thinking. But y'all like that bad boy shit. When y'all listen to music, what y'all listen to? Oh shit, there go the truck. Damn. Sorry guys, we got the window open because we're blazing a little bit too much over here. So, excuse the backup noise. I'm about to curse the motherfuckers out, man. They gonna fuck the whole podcast. Yo, we in the hood. When I say we in the hood, we in the hood. And I really just want to just go out the window right now and yell like, yo, motherfucker, we recording over here. Like, yo, I don't know, you gotta show up there. What the fuck? But, what the fuck was I saying, Jail? That shit just fucked me up.
Man, listen.
You forgot, damn.
These girls like bad guys.
Oh, yeah. Look at the music.
Hood guys.
All right, if we're just talking R&B and rap, just look at who's the most popping motherfuckers. Chris Brown, right? All the bad motherfuckers, right? Remember, for the young ones, NLE Chopper, he big, right? Lil Durk, bitches love Lil Durk. Oh my God, I know this bitches right now. I just said Lil Durk, that pussy just got all the way wet. All the way wet saying Lil Durk. So let me tell you something, right? Why you expect guys to be good? If that's what you like. Yeah. What we gonna do? We gonna emulate that shit. That we want to be those guys. Cause that's who gets all the bitches. If you start, you know, going crazy and be like, oh man, fucking geeks. Oh, I'm hard on guys that are into math and motherfucking reading all the time and wear glasses. Like that shit gets my pussy wet. You'll see how many academic motherfuckers turn like this overnight.
I'm going straight to high school.
Word up. Going right back into school. But nah, that's not what y'all like. Y'all like the muscles. Y'all like the tattoo. Y'all like the adventure. Y'all want the adventure until shit gets really real. And then y'all ain't there. Right. Until the bullets start flying. Or until, you know, bitches want to jump you or some shit, then it's a different story. It's a different story all the time. So how am I supposed to be a good dad? How am I supposed to be a good man if what you're into is not that? Why? You know, I used to be when I was younger, I used to be afraid of pussy. I was a little geek growing up. I was into like what's that shit called? Anime. I was into Dragon Ball Z. Used to draw my little thing. My family knew when I was a little gordito, I was fucking, you know, I was the most innocent person in the world. And then I started getting older, right? And I had things happen in my life. But when I started interacting with females, I was scared of them. I just was. But I liked them. I love girls, and I always, there was this one girl I was so into. I'm not gonna say her name because she does listen to this shit. I'm not gonna hype her up. But like I was so into it. Like when I say I fantasize about her, you know when you're a 13-year-old boy and you smacking your shit for the first time, and you thinking about your favorite, you know what I'm talking about, and you smacking, you really, yeah, we going in, and so I'm taking y'all down there. This weed just took us down a road.
Man, break it up, roll it up, smoke it up. Let's
Yeah, this shit about to get real. So I'm over there beating my shit to her. And I'm fantasizing like, yo, I'm gonna get brave enough to talk to her one day and shit, right? So like finally I do. And she was like, oh, you know, back then everybody used to just call me Lito. So they was just like, oh, Lito, you're nice and you're cool to talk to, but like I don't like you like that. And I'm like, damn. So you're a kid, so you ask like who you like. And she's like, to be honest with you, I want to talk to Tyrone. Now Tyrone, the baddest motherfucker in my school at the time. Shit, I was bad as fuck. I was just like, damn, this stupid ass nigga.
Hey,
That's
why
like,
it gotta be him?
yeah. I was just like, yo, this. Wait, he's not even good in school. You know what that girl did? She laughed in my face. And I was like, he's cute though, and he's, everybody's scared of him. And so I was just like, that's when right there. That right there is when I started being the asshole I am today. I said, fuck this nice shit. I'm gonna be a dick. And listen, the more I'm an asshole, the more women like it. Women like this asshole shit. Like they really get off on it. But you gotta be a certain asshole. Then and I learned that. You just can't be any type of jerk. But if you're a jerk that's funny or you got some type of swag behind it, females will let you get it off all the time.
Funny asshole.
Yeah. And and G would tell you, I get it off all the time. Don't let this shit fool you. I've done been disrespectful as fuck and get it off because the way I project it, and I know how to read a room. I know what females to say it to and what females not to say it to, and how far I can go with my assholeness. And women like it because they know it's real. I don't make this shit up. Like this is not for pretend. This is me. This is who I am. I'm not no fake shit. Anything. And there's good, there's bad. But women like that shit. Women like to see the tattoos and like, oh my God. So I'm gonna say kill all rats. Oh, like he's like the whole time. Meanwhile, that was just a stupid ass jail tattoo I got because I wanted to be cool. I was young as hell. I was like, put kill all rats. Oh. And now I regret this shit. Now I'm just like, damn, I wish I didn't put that shit all big as hell on my arm. But every girl gets turned on by that. Like, and I hear some girls was like, oh, it's the type of girl you're attracted to. But I was like, really? Because I know different type of women. I was like, you seen the type of women I date, it's all across the rainbow. And they all attracted to that shit. They like that shit. They like that asshole. They like that bad boy shit. They like that I go into the store, act like a complete dick and do what I want. Y'all like that shit. That shit. I would never like that though. When I was growing up, I was a fucking geek, man. I was scared of pussy. But when I realized I made a conscious choice, what I'm going to do? Am I going to be a virgin the rest of my life? Or I'm going to go get this toto? So, yeah, so I decided to change my life. But I could have been a regular guy. I could have had a nice job, bought a house, white picket fence and shit, would have been married by now. But nah, y'all don't want that. Because y'all even cheat on those type of dudes. And I remember, like, this one girl I was dating, her man worked 2 jobs. Was never home. But he was never home because he worked 2 jobs. He worked 2 fucking jobs to help provide for what they got. You feel me? But that wasn't enough. He wasn't there. So what she was doing, she was getting dicked down by a nigga like me. By that motherfucker was working. When I found out, you know what I did? I stopped talking to that girl. And she came all the way to where I lived at to ask me why. I was like, I can't do it.
You felt bad for the nigga?
I felt bad for the nigga. Because I know somebody that killed themselves over something like that. Somebody that means a lot to me. I'm not going to say who. But he was a hard-working man and came home and caught his wife getting duffed out by another man. His man at that. Damn. Instead of killing them, he blew his own brains out. He couldn't take it. So I can't do that. I can't. I don't care how bad she is. You got a husband and shit. Don't call me. Don't call me. I don't want that. I don't want that problem. I just don't. I was just like, I seen somebody kill themselves. That's not how you want to go. It's like women catch a man cheating is traumatizing. But the shit that it does to a man is on a whole, like, it does something to their pride to the point it's almost irreparable. Now, I'm fortunate enough that it hasn't happened to me that I know of. I'm pretty sure some bitch I was with cheated on me. I don't think, even though I brag about myself, I still don't think I'm untouchable. Anybody can get cheated on. I learned that a long time ago. Anybody can get cheated on.
Absolutely.
I don't give a fuck how good you think you is in bed. I seen the best of the best get cheated on, and wonder why. So it can happen to anybody.
And the girls is the most sneakiest woman. When y'all could cheat, y'all could be the most cleverest girls, man.
I don't think they that smart. I just think we that. You know what I think? I think we're just dumb.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The way they do.
We just dumb. We don't see it.
Yeah. Because we choose not to. They go above and beyond, my nigga.
Yeah,
we don't do that. If you think your girl is cheating, right? What you gonna do? You probably gonna try to get her phone.
Right.
You gonna do the basic shit.
Right.
Might follow her. Bitches don't do that. Nah. They examine your clothes. They examine your phone records. They go into your bank account and see what you're spending.
They go in.
They get your phone hacked. Go into it. Get your GPS location.
How y'all do it?
I don't know. We don't know. Cause you know why? We don't put that much energy into it the way y'all do and shit. And I always said, if more and more females became detectives, no crimes will ever be able to be unsolved. Because the way y'all just find shit, it's just like you ever get your girl, she just picks a hair right out your fucking like clothes that you don't even see, and she's like, "Whose fucking hair is this?" And I'm just like, it's a white bitch hair. It's like, wait, hold on. How do you know? You know the race and everything. I'm just like, hold on.
That's how I got caught. Word up, I'm keeping $1. Shit, baby mom came from PR. She looked at the shower. What's this? It ain't my hand. And I got bagged.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. That's a whole different story, though, my nigga. Yo, you just heard that, man. No, we're not talking about the same. I'm talking about hair on the clothes. This nigga had whole evidence in his shower. That was on you. You fucked up. That wasn't no detective work, my nigga.
We don't, right?
Yo, I'm just saying. That didn't take no detective work. All she had to do was go like this, like, what the fuck? I know that's not my hair. Hair probably was blue or some shit. It's like, oh, hold up. How you going? Yo, the funniest shit as a man is when you caught in them type of situations and you can't lie fast enough for your brain and you just left stuck.
Yeah.
And so I just, when the man does the I don't do the I just look and I'm just like, I don't think you're stupid. That's the first thing I say. Even if she don't say, "Oh, you think I'm stupid," she don't have to say it. that's my first go to. I even posted that on social media. Like that's my go to all the time. You're not stupid, baby. Because I just think it's always gonna get me out of trouble. Like, you're not stupid, baby. It's like, you think I'm stupid? Nah, baby. Hell nah. The whole time I think in my head, hell fucking yeah. But nah, I'm gonna get caught. I think today I'm gonna get caught. Hey, that's the worst feeling in the world because you like your heart starts to drop and shit. I don't give a fuck how gangster you is. If you really love a chick and you're doing like stupid shit, I'm not saying you're cheating, but you're doing like you flirting with chicks. You're doing something you're not supposed to do. All right? It's not. I'm not talking about cheating. But fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And you get caught. I don't give a fuck how tough you are. I seen killers and everything. When you love somebody and they think you're doing something you're really not doing, you feel like your whole world is destroyed because you're just like, oh shit, is she going to break up with me?
What I do now?
Yeah, what I do now. I was like, oh man. So you start thinking, I was like, I knew I should message that bitch back. Now she think I'm fucking this bitch. And yo, it's just so stressful. And we really stress ourselves out because we love y'all. Because we didn't love you, we wouldn't give a fuck. Like, all right, whatever. And just shit. It is what it is. You don't know how cold-hearted I can be if I don't love a bitch. I'm like, who said we was together? Oh, just because I'm here doesn't mean we're together. Just because I live with you don't mean we're together. Like, what, nigga?
He did say he was that asshole, right?
Yeah, I've done some stupid shit to women. That's how like being a deadbeat dad. Just like I commit being a deadbeat dad, I admit that I fucked up a lot of relationships. Like, I could have been that, especially when I was younger. I didn't give a fuck. I was good looking, like I was in shape, You couldn't tell me shit. I was a light-skinned motherfucker. I grew up in an all-black neighborhood. You couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was hot as shit. You couldn't tell me shit. All I cared about was fucking hoes. That's why I never wanted to be a dad. When I got my baby mom pregnant, I was like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. And even though at the time I was telling her like, oh yeah, we can have a baby, but I never really was like trying to plan for one. You get what I'm saying? I would just say some shit like, yeah, we got, if it happens, it happens. But when it happened, I'm like, nah, fuck. Now I'm fucked. Now I'm just like, now I'm like, damn, I gotta get a crib, I gotta get this. But I'm out here running the streets and I'm fucking all these other bitches. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to be a dad. I know. I was like, yo, I was so mad. I was like, fuck, man. I fucked up. I think, yo, I really fucked up. And a lot of men, over, bro. Yeah, and then a lot of men just don't want to grow up. And when they feel like they're forced to have to grow up in that moment, a lot of men just bail. I didn't bail, but that's because I got locked up. But I was getting ready to bail because the pressure started getting too much to me. I was bad enough. I was already dealing with stuff on the streets. So that's it for this episode. We're gonna try to get Pat back on another episode. I guess he had to deal with that probation stuff, but we are on the limit. So we're gonna end it that way. Once again, as always, thank you for listening. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You can go on our website, www.bluntzcoffeetea.com. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere that you get your podcast. And if you are listening to us on Apple Music, please do me a favor, write a review. Be honest, if this show is ass, you can leave a real review. Because, to be honest with you, I want this show to be better. So I take criticism, period. The whole thing is, I want you guys to keep listening. Because there's still a lot of things we got a lot to say. And you can only make one episode. I can't hold you guys on all day. Trust me, I can. If y'all got enough weed, we can do this shit all night. But realistically, we're going to end it for right now. So I'm going to let Neek send us out. That's not Neek sending us out, by the way.
Once again, thanks for listening and vibing with Bluntz, Coffee, and Tea, a Loso podcast. Go ahead and make sure to subscribe and visit www.bluntzcoffeetea.com with no and to download all the episodes and to follow Loso and the crew on social media. You can catch us every Friday morning, and for our brothers and sisters behind bars, it'll take a little longer, but we'll be here on JPay every other Friday. And for our loyal listeners with a lot of opinions and suggestions for the show, make sure you email us at suggestions@bluntzcoffeetea.com. Bye, y'all.